Hello students and family members, Mr. Panza, teaching you multiplying multi-digit numbers by multi-digit numbers, or 2 digits times 2 digits. In other words, when you're multiplying, we know we're doing groups of a number, so we're looking at problems like this. 48 groups of 23, or the commutative property of multiplication tells me it could be 23 groups of 48. Well, one of the strategies we taught the students when we were doing multi-digit numbers multiplied by a one-digit number was first use your knowledge of place value and write the number in expanded form and then multiply it by the bottom number. Well, in this case, you're going to have to write not just one, but 2 numbers in expanded form, and that's going to make the box that we had created a little bit different. This time, instead of a 2 square box, we're going to have a 4 square box for our answers. But you can see the 48 is still expanded to 40 because there's a 4 in my tens plus 8 in my ones, and the 23 is expanded to 20 because there's 2 in my tens plus 3. I still multiply the ones and then multiply the tens, and then repeatedly add everything that ends up in these boxes. I'm going to show you this way, but then I'll also show you the standard way to make sure that you understand each. So first, let's multiply what's in my ones. I've got 20 groups of 8, which immediately I should think, okay, I've got a 0 in my 20, so I have to place that right here, and then do 8 times 2, which is going to get me 16, or 160. Then I have to multiply 20 groups of 40, which in this case, because there's a 0 in my 40 and a 0 in my 20, I'm going to have 2 zeros in my answer, and then do 4 times 2, which gets me 8, or 800. Remember, these are plus signs where the lines are ending up in our 4 square box. Multiply the ones again. 8 groups of 3 is 24. And 3 groups of 40 is 120. Now, the nice thing about having these different numbers all nice and neat laid out for you is you can start to try and combine numbers. For example, if you can quickly add in your head 800 plus 160 is nothing more than 960, then you don't have to add all 4 numbers together. You can just say, oh, 960 plus 144, because I've already added these 2 numbers nice in my head. That's all you have to do. But if you'd like to take it the long way, feel free to do so. It does at times limit mistakes. 800 plus 160 plus 120 plus 24 is going to be my answer for 48 groups of 23. There's nothing but 4 in my ones. 6 plus 2 is 8, plus 2 more is 10. I regroup my 1. Giving me a 1 in the hundreds, plus a 9, plus an 8, which is 9, 10, 11, or 1,104. So this is using place value to multiply multi-digit numbers. Here's the standard way. First, multiply the ones, or figure out 3 groups of 8, which is 24. Now, I can't fit 24 in my ones, but I can place a 2 on top, because there is 2 tens, and 4 on the bottom in my ones category for 4 ones. Then I'm doing 3 groups of 40, or 3 times 4, which is 12, plus 2 more is 14. Here's the one thing you have to remember about this strategy. The standard algorithm then makes sure that you realize that this 2 is actually worth 20 by placing a 0 in the ones in our secondary line here to add. You're going to create 2 numbers. After you multiply the ones by the ones and the ones by the tens, you're now going to multiply this 2 in the tens by the 8 in the ones and the 4 in the tens. So let's start by doing 2 groups of 8. Now keep in mind that we've already regrouped here. I like to cross these things out that I've already used. Here's why. Now when I do 8 groups of 2 or 2 groups of 8 and get 16, I'm going to carry a 1 again. I don't want to get that confused with that 2 that I already placed there. I have 1 group of 10 and 6 groups of 1. Now I'm doing 2 groups of 4 or 8. Plus 1 more is 9. And now I've got 2 numbers with my place value holder and the 0 and the 1s for the secondary numbers, because this 2 down here is worth 10, and I'm ready to add again. 4 plus 0 is 4. 6 and 4 is 10, carry my 1. And 9 plus 1 plus 1 more is 11. My total being 1,104. So you see my answer is matchy-matchy to the answer that I got over here using place value. What I try and teach the students is use the standard algorithm and then check with the place value method. Let's try at least one more. 99 times 99, or 99 groups of 99. In expanded form, that's 90 plus 9 times 90 plus 9. In this case, if you know 9 times 9, you're in good shape. So if I'm doing 90 groups of 9, I know that that is 81, but I must add my 0 to hold my place value. And then I'm doing 90 groups of 90, which is going to be 81 again. But because both of those are holding the values in the tens, there are 2 zeros that get added on. 9 groups of 9 in my ones is nothing more than 81, and 90 groups of 9, as I had done earlier, is 810. And at this point, I'm going to take these 4 numbers and add them all together. Now, as I had mentioned, if you can quickly see down on the bottom that 810 plus 81 is 891 quickly, then feel free to just place that number, 891, right there, so you don't have to do additional adding. The same goes up here. If you can quickly see that 8,100 plus 810 is 8,910, then go ahead and place that over there. Use your mental math skills so that you can combine numbers that easily combine together. And now you can add 2 numbers instead of adding 4 numbers. A 1 plus 0 in my ones is 1. 9 plus 1 is 10. Carry my 1. Bring down my 0. 9 plus 9 is 18. The reason this is 9 is because I carried my 1. And 8 plus 1 is 9. Now let's check it out with the standard algorithm. 9 groups of 9 is 81, or 8 tens, and 1 in my ones. 9 groups of 90 is 810 plus 1 more, so 81 plus 8 more, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89. And then because this number in the tens is not actually worth 9, but it's worth 90, I pull a 0 down here to hold place value. And then I do 9 groups of 9 again, which again is 81. I'm done with this 8, but I'm still doing an 81. Then 9 groups of 9 again, plus 8 more. So 9 groups of 9 is 81 plus 8, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89. Which gives me 8,910. And now with these 2 numbers, I add them. 9 plus 1, carry. 8 plus 1 is 9, plus 9 more is 18. And 8 plus 1 is 9. My answers match, 9,801. Let's do one more. 82 groups of 61. 82 expanded is 80 plus 2. 61 expanded is 60 plus 1. So I do 60 groups of 2. 6 times 2 is 12. Add my 0. 60 groups of 8. 8, 16, 24, 32, 40, 48. But don't forget about the zeros. Place value is great. 2 groups of 1. 80 groups of 1. Here is an opportunity for you to see real friendly numbers and combine them. 120 plus 80 gets me 200. And 4,800 plus 2 is just going to be 4,802. Now I only have 2 numbers to add. 2 plus 0 is 2. 0 plus 0 is 0. 8 plus 2 is 10, or 1 of my thousands. Bring down my 0, and 4 plus 1 is 5. Let's check it out. Standard algorithm. 1 group of 2, 2 multiply the ones, multiply the tens. 8 groups of 1 is 8. This 6, which is now what I'm multiplying by, is worth 0. I'm sorry, it's worth 60, so I place a 0 in the ones and do 60 groups of 2, or 6 times 2, which is 12. And then 6 groups of 8. 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, 42, 48. Don't forget the 1, 49. Add them together. And now you're ready to add. 2 plus 0 is 2. 8 plus 2 is 10. Carry my 1. 9 plus 1, 10. 4 plus 1 is 5. My answers are matchy-matchy. So I hope this video is a good introduction to not just the standard way to multiply, but a nice strategy here on how place value in math really builds on top of itself and how you can use place value to do what can be a difficult skill for a 4th grade student to do. Good luck when you try it out.